Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Alignment Shift. Today, we're picking up where we left off, and I'm going to let everyone else try to sound off without me cueing them. Go!
Elena.
Xavier?
You again?
Wave.
What?
Enough. All right, I heard everyone. I was watching a Let's Play channel. They all just went off, and I'm like, that's how they get it together. They all just introduce themselves. I should try that. It didn't work. Maybe next time.
That might have been planned.
It probably was planned, but I wanted to see what would happen. So, picking up where we left off, our party in the previous weeks had attempted to teleport to the mountain outside Kravarad, where Glaive and his herd had resided over 1,000 years prior. Using a teleportation and a scry spell to see the location, Xavier Constantine led them horribly astray. The spell sending them hundreds of miles to the north, landing them in the frozen Arctic waters just outside a small fishing village. Quickly, with the aid of some magic from Xavier and a kind fisherman by the name of Yamayush Tistrova, who managed to fish some of the members out of the water, invited them back to the village to warm up. As the party came in, they discovered inside the seemingly suddenly lost the name of the spell. Feeble-minded, thank you. Feeble-minded Taharin, member of the Tincture of Taldore, wanted criminal, playing the lute, if that could be called playing, under the effects of a feeble-mind spell, just sitting in there, enjoying solitude. The party then debated and discussed what to do with him. He was searched, in which they found a riddle. The clues to the riddle being the words of the song with some of the letters missed out, ending in, "Oh, he was a poobah of the sun tree. Oh, sorrow, now he sleeps." And the party began to discuss what it could possibly mean. And as the conversation continued, Sapala noticed a figure crouching over Taharin, a English gentleman in long black suit with bowler hat and cravat on and everything, and he looked up, saw Sapala, and vanished. And that is where we left off. So, picking it up, Sapala suddenly goes, guys, did anyone else see that?
I don't know. Did anybody else see that?
Yeah,
Did anyone else see it?
No one else saw that. So, Kayla then, however, goes on to describe what she saw. I'm sorry, Sapala goes on to describe what she saw to the rest of the party.
Isn't that the identity that AJ's sorry, not AJ. Glaive's patron god took?
Do we know anything about that at all?
Yeah, we've met him
I don't remember meeting him. I'm sorry.
in the crypts of Whitestone. We were dealing with vampires.
Oh yeah, he had a wonderful conversation with Elena.
I thought it was with all of us, wasn't it?
Yes, but you were the one asking questions.
So it was with all of us.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Everybody was present, but you were the only one talking.
As per usual?
I remember the scene. I don't think Xavier was there.
Okay, right. Well, so, wasn't that the form that your god took?
Oh, right. You probably don't remember where I am. I had left the room to talk to the fisherman about what I could do around the village to help pay for what we were staying.
Oh, okay. All right. So, wasn't that the form that Glaive's god took?
I don't recall.
Just to be certain, we didn't see him just now. Only Elena. Or
Sapala saw him.
Right.
No, we're talking about. Are you talking about tonight or?
He's
in
talking.
the
He's talking
I'm
about tonight.
current, present tense.
Actually, you know what, Eldora, make me a perception check. We'll see. I think I did last week, and I can't remember what you rolled. Because I remember I described it to Kayla.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? All right, yeah, you saw it too. You know what? You didn't think that you saw it, but as soon as Sapala starts to describe it, you realize it hadn't just been a trick of your imagination.
I thought it was my mind playing tricks on me, or my shadows, or something. But yes, I saw it. Who was that?
Well, as I've said, that's the form that I remember Glaive's God taking. Am I the only one that remembers this?
I try not to linger on too many things for too long myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Elena, I don't remember.
Well,
I'll take your word for it. But what would he be doing here?
well, I have a theory that he's the Chained Oblivion.
That's terrifying.
Well, he is a god. They do sneaky, sneaky things. So.
Didn't we? No.
What?
Which? Who did we encounter in the circus tent in Sangorn? Was it the Chain of Oblivion or Orcus?
Orcus was who Glaive saw in the spirit realm.
Okay, never mind.
Yep, so.
Well, I mean, maybe when Glaive gets back, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can do tonight, or should we get some rest?
He didn't do anything to Harn, did he?
I don't know. I only saw him for a moment.
And what you saw, he seemed to just kind of be peering at Taharin, kind of looking at him closely, is what it looked like.
It just looked like he was watching him, like intently. Kind of like Elena does when she's trying to figure out if you're lying to her or not.
That's
Shady.
all the time.
Thanks.
She's doing it right now.
Is Elena doing it right now?
Is she?
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah. I can feel it.
It's like daggers.
Not quite.
At this point, Glaive, you go out to find the fisherman, and he appears to be out rather far on the water at this time.
Are you muted?
I am not muted. I wasn't expecting to be at a fishing village, so I don't have water walk.
Roughly how long since we damped here?
Roughly an hour.
Oh no, never mind. It's been longer than that because I identified everything ritually.
Oh, that's right. I think you said that was 3 hours.
2.5.
2.5. So yeah, it's been about 3 hours.
No,
Short rest.
no, hour and a half.
It's been about 3 hours.
Okay, I was gonna say, what, everyone, all of you still have fly, and no, they don't.
Could just wait for him to come back.
That is what.
You cut out there. I think you said that is what you're going to do. AJ?
Oh no.
He's talking.
Right.
He's talking, but we're not hearing him.
Yeah, I see the green, but I don't hear him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties at this time. Please remain in your seats, and a goblin will be there to assist you shortly.
So we want to talk about the riddle some more?
What riddle?
George.
Is that George asking, or is that?
That was Vale.
I
Peggy.
pulled up the music sheet. Vale, this riddle.
AJ?
That was annoying.
Where'd you go?
I got
Um,
disconnected.
Oh, fun.
I just got hit by a stormtrooper helmet.
Ooh.
Nice.
Just got
I
hit
bumped
by-
my arm on the table and it fell off and hit me in the arm.
Anyways, I get myself out of the wind. I don't know how much you heard me.
None.
Nope.
Okay. I am going to get myself out of the wind and await a friendly fisherman.
All right. Okay, so as you are sitting there, kind of huddled under, there's a small canopy where they seem to keep some of the corded wood for the hearths. One of the doors open nearby you, and another kind of dwarven-looking chap kind of comes out. Got a whole bunch of empty nets slung over his shoulder, a bunch of rope, sacks. Begins making his way toward the dock. As he passes by you, it kind of gives a gruff.
I answer in kind.
He just keeps walking. That's all you wanted? You wanted to wait for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until our dwarf friend comes back from the lake.
Okay. All right then. Rest of Veranon, are you discussing anything, or are you going to be just resting until later?
What about it, Elena?
Jim, what thoughts pop into your mind?
Okay, my main thought. Taharn obviously did this to himself.
Seems likely.
No, I don't think it seems likely. I think it is what it is. I mean, he's literally telling us in this poem that he sleeps. Being unintelligent would be a form of not sleeping, or would be a form of sleeping, because his true mind is asleep. Do you
Okay.
have any ideas?
Hmm, that's interesting. I have an idea, but I don't.
Okay, what's
know.
your idea?
Well, mm, let me pull up my note and I will tell you.
You've been taking notes.
Kind of. So we know that the sun tree represents Pelor, right?
Yes.
So the sun tree is the one of light. We've established that.
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know. It's hardly makes sense to me, but all I can think of is the Puba in this riddle or song or whatever. The Puba is the one of dark. I don't know how. It just
Or
let me
the
finish.
Okay, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
The Puba is the one of dark. The sun tree is the one of light. And now she sleeps refers to the one of light going into hiding. I'm
But
having.
now she sleeps is a typo. It's now he sleeps.
The gender's not important.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so or the Poobah is just a gaudy title for the sake of having a title, and somebody like Taharn or Jakar would enjoy having a title to have a title to make him more pompous.
Well, I sort of had a thought about this as well. What if the Poobah isn't referring to but a single person, but rather a group?
Group of who?
Maybe it's referring to us, and that the Sun Tree is now dormant.
Okay. Vale, any ideas?
No.
Nothing?
You're such a jerk.
What?
You have no ideas. None.
Nope.
Zip.
No good ones.
Zilch.
Okay,
Nada.
all right. Let's not metagame.
That was Peggy talking to George, not Elena talking to Vale. Just whatever. So, are we all in agreement that we think that Tahar did this to himself? I mean, what's the best way to hide the information that you have than to be feeble-minded and not be able to speak?
Potentially put yourself somewhere where nobody would find you, then kill yourself?
Well, I mean, while preserving your own life.
If he wanted to preserve his own life, then yes, this probably be one of the better plans.
And I mean, what if he's not actually following the Chained Oblivion? What if he's doing the bidding of Paylor? What if he's a worshipper of Paylor? And Paylor charged him with going undercover and, stopping whatever the Chained Oblivion had planned. And the way to keep the Chained Oblivion spark away from him is to preserve his life at one point and to be an idiot.
I was never really all that good at riddles and poems and songs. I don't really know.
As you all are debating this for a little while, eventually Glaive, the fisherman, seems to return. He's got a net with a modest catch in it, just some probably 15 to 20 small fish in it. And as he pulls up the boat, what are doing here? Cold, in cold.
Yeah, noticed. God. My friends and I were wondering if we could do something to say thank you for your hospitality.
Hey, do you want help? Do you want to here hoist hoisty fish on shore? We got
Hoist fishies.
Glaive does, and he does.
Okay. So the two of you spend a little bit of time. You help him heave the fish in. Again, not a huge load, but enough. He clearly doesn't need the help hoisting it, but was trying to give you something to do. And as you get up, you kind of drag through the snow toward the house. He reaches into a small pouch and pulls out a tiny fillet knife and hands it to you. You know how gut?
I will if you show me.
He reaches into another pouch, pulls out a small dagger, and begins to show you how to fillet a fish and gut them, and hangs it to dry on a rack on the outside of the hut. Make a I don't need to make you roll anything to learn how to gut a fish. You spend a little while, probably about another 20 minutes here with him to half an hour, just learning how to gut fish and getting his catch prepared. Once that's done, good. Yashore. Inside, yeah.
Okay, I'm going. I return inside, and I actually do have a good survival skill. So yeah, I do go in.
Okay. Kicks the snow off his boots, goes in, looks around at all you. Oh, good, you are all still up. Anyone want fish dinner? One,
I like
Please, sir. Yes.
two, one for the idiots.
Don't want to impose, but
Three,
I
four.
wouldn't say no.
5, and the little one. Okay, dinner for all. Begins to stoke the fire and begin cooking with this salt and fish. Doesn't seem to be much extra added to it. Presents you each with a filleted fish. Eventually, here. It's good. It's built with protein. Good. Keep bones strong. Yeah.
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 Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you speak my language. Good.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
You welcome. Yeah. So, did you all decide how you long stay?
Probably.
We'll be
just
leaving in the
sleeping.
morning.
Ah, good. Don't rush on my account. It's good to have company.
No, we have urgent tasks to handle.
Ah, I understand. I completely. Are you going to be bringing the invalid?
We haven't quite decided that yet.
It's no matter to me. He's very easy to take care of. Just leave him here. Let him pluck his string. He good.
Outside of his broken or our broken understanding of his speech, is he? What's his body language like?
Make an insight check.
Hmm. 22.
Oh God! My dice are buried. 22.
Yes, 22.
Hard to say. He's constantly covered in snow. Many layers, big, thick, bushy beard. Eyes that are just basically little beads that you can just barely see the light reflecting from his. His beard is almost as fluffy as his eyebrows are. That kind of poof over everything. Yeah, it's really hard to tell if he's nervous or anything. You really can't tell.
I think Uldoris feels uncomfortable in this building. He's going to try to nonchalantly kind of get up and like kind of just wander around and look at the surround, like, I don't know, when you walk into somebody's house, you just kind of like you go into their living room, you start looking at all the pictures and all the knickknacks and stuff on their fireplace mantle, and he's just going to kind of do the same thing, try to get a feel for if this person actually, like, I don't know, has a home here, or if he's just occupying this space.
Make an investigation check.
Or if there's anything that's unsettled, disturbed, out of place, or awkward,
Make an investigation check.
Dang, I'm rolling really well tonight. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Again.
Okay. You walk around looking at everything, and at first it seems normal, like a hovel. but the more that you kind of walk around and look at things, it begins to feel sparse. Like there's not quite enough in here. Like there's a bed and a fireplace, but there's no like chest to keep extra pairs of clothing. And when you're in the cold, having more than one pair of clothing if one gets wet or something is imperative. There's no extra pairs of shoes, no cabinet or real anything in the room besides this bed and the fireplace. Yes, one with a hand raised.
Can I do an insight check on Tahar to see if he's using magic to disguise himself?
You can make a Arcana check.
Since I already
if,
know he's done it in the past.
If he was, I would have known. When
That's
I cast,
true. He had disguised
Still
self
roll-
up for a while.
still-
What?
Still roll for it though, because Elena doesn't know that.
What am I rolling?
Arcana.
18.
As far as you can tell, that's him.
Okay. Alright.
Poke him.
It was worth a check, considering he's done it in the past. Can I do an insight check on the door as well?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
I heard you say on the door. I was like, all right.
Alright.
Natural
Oh my
20?
god, it's the door.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
no, you're wasting him.
Let's make up for all those ones.
right. Do we need
With
to
your
go
insight
to
check,
Wisp?
what was that?
Do we need to go to Wisp first?
No. I'm gonna say with your insight check, there's something off about Yamayush. He almost looks like he knows you.
Like he knows me?
Like he knows
Or
all
the
of like he
group?
knows all of you. Like he's completely comfortable with absolute strangers in his home, sharing his bed and room with complete strangers. It's less than your typical chivalry or good Samaritan.
Yeah.
There's something almost too nice about what he's doing.
Uldoris is kind of like trying to make eye contact with various members of the party as he's walking around, and almost like with his back to Yamayush, is like looking at them as at the rest of the group, trying to make eye contact, with individuals at certain points, like as he's walking by where there should be a coat rack with a jacket and extra shoes. Like he's kind of like looking at them and like, like, are you reading what I'm putting down? What I'm looking at, the empty floor and the empty table.
Can I ask? I want to ask Gamus. Do we know you? Like, have we met before?
Are you a fisher person? You come to North often?
Can I do an insight check on him, see if he's lying?
Can I do an inside on little Doris to see if I understand what the hell he's doing?
Yes to Glaive, no to Elena. I'll let you piggyback on your previous natural 20.
I sit back and watch.
He's hiding behind humor that he does seem to know you.
Why are you lying?
23 on Doris.
Oh yeah, you get what Eldoris is putting down.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm very charismatic. I'm a pretty good performer, so subtlety I can pull off, I think, to a degree.
Elena does not pull subtle off. Wow.
We know.
No,
I
no,
bring
she doesn't.
I bring you into my home. I give you the food of my table, and you accuse me of lying.
If the shoe fits.
Oh no, here
Speaking
we go.
of shoes, where are
Elena,
yours?
your noble is showing.
How do we know you?
Looks around at all of you.
I mean, depending on who you are, we won't hurt you. And we won't rat you out either.
Thanks for backing up your liars.
You all are much more intelligent than I gave you credit for. And as you are all looking at him, every eye in the room is on him. He's no longer there. It's not like he vanished in a puff of smoke. It's not like there was any magic or anything. It's just like, even if you blinked and gone. But you hear a voice from behind you. I should have known you'd see through that. I wasn't very good at keeping the accent and the voice in check, but bully on you, you figured it out. And as you turn, the English gentleman is sitting right behind Taharn on the bed, just kind of propped up against the wall. So, it's been a while. How have you been?
Pretty sure you know that.
Oh, I love it when you're tenacious, trying to be all tough. Just like this one here. Keeps himself rather occupied these days. I've been taking care of him in his current state, waiting for him to reveal what happened to that blasted spark of mine. Yet here you are, following in his footsteps.
On purpose.
Who are you?
Are you kidding me, Vin?
Elena, shut up! Jesus Christ.
That's Peggy thing, sorry.
I'm sure you know my name.
Enlighten me.
I don't think I will. It's much more fun for you to discover for yourself. But I will.
Bowler hat guy.
Wait, what did you say?
Bowler hat guy.
Bowler hat guy.
But I will take that marvelous little sack of yours.
Ooh.
He doesn't got his name. He's
Which
got to make one up for him. I mean,
At least ask us out to dinner first. I mean, he did.
I
say
believe
that.
you know exactly the sack I am referring to. And, Miss DeRollo, if you don't want something nasty to happen to your youngest brothers, I suggest you hand it over.
It's a low blow. It's a low blow.
He's a devil.
I
What
won't
do you
know
expect?
he's more than that.
Oh, Glaive, I am so much more than that. I am what the
Am less than
devils
the shit
fear.
on my heel.
Oh shit. Don't.
Glaive, such language, and we used to be such good friends. I did so many nice things for you, Glaive. How can you say that?
Elena,
I am-
where are your brothers now? And yes, Glaive is very rudely ignoring him.
You know where they are. You messaged them for me.
Player does not actually remember that.
Craghammer.
No,
No.
No.
Umber Hills.
Umber Hills. Sorry. Umber Hills.
in Drassic's
Hills.
in Drassic's camp.
In Drassic's camp.
At a rally.
The last time I checked. Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Did we do anything about that?
no.
Sent Oliver after
No, yeah,
him?
Oliver's going after him.
Right. I'm going to send a message real quick. Benedictus!
What? I'm surprised you're messaging Benedictus.
I am asking you to go to Grayskull Castle. You will be meeting up with one Oliver DeRollo. Protect him from devils and ills. I have
Wait, are
issues
you-
to deal with here.
Are you sure that are you even sure that Oliver's still at Grayskull?
I am sending a second message
Okay.
to Oliver
Hold on.
DeRollo.
Hold on, one moment. As there's a response from Benedictus, there's a weird kind of feedback sound in your head, and you hear, "I'm afraid I expected you to do that. There'll be no outgoing call."
So is this guy just an idiot or what? He's been waiting here for what, a month? roughly? Waiting for him to tell you where this spark is, and you're too stupid to check a bag of holding?
There's a few limitations, unfortunately.
Okay.
He looks around for a moment. It's so much more fun to watch you squirm.
I don't think we're squirming now. Where's our
Uldoris is in the corner, definitely like feeling incredibly uncomfortable. He's like pushing himself into the corner, like, hoping to not be noticed, and he's doing a terrible job of it.
I don't believe we're squirming.
I mean,
We're the ones with the spark. You can't touch it. You have
You're
to wait
right.
for us to bring it. Or get
Oh,
it
you're
for you.
so right. And now I have the leverage I need. I
My
need someone
brothers?
to willingly bring it to me.
No. My brothers can handle themselves.
I don't know if you
There's-
should challenge him. That might
There
not-
is a smile that just begins on his face, and then it just widens and widens. I was so hoping you were going to say that.
Oh, no.
This has been worth it. Ah,
Right.
an entire month. Oh, sitting in the frozen wastes as a fisherman, hoping you would show up, and here you are. Ah. Oh, this is going to be fun. Ta-ta. And he vanishes.
Question:
We're
Does the
leaving
house
now.
does the house vanish too, or is this an actual structure?
Still there.
Okay.
Is Taharn still a dumb idiot?
Yes, Taharn
Can
is
we
still sitting there.
unfeeble mind him? Is there any possibility of unfeeble
It's rent
mind
free
him?
now.
Yes, I do have dispel magic. If we would like to remove.
Let's fucking do it because I want to punch this asshole.
All right.
I'll help.
And I want him to be freaking cognizant
Cognizant.
Cognitive.
when I do it.
I want him to know it.
Uldoris is like huddled in the corner, just like shaking his head, and he looks up to Glaive. Yes, that's how much he is huddled into the corner. He's looking up at Glaive. He
Okay.
goes, "Send your message now."
Please.
Oliver DeRollo sending the message. Get to Castle Grayskull now.
Grayskull Keep.
Grayskull Keep, whatever.
Yeah.
Meet Ferdinand.
Goes to a different continent.
Well, I made it to Marquette.
I don't see it here.
Why is he in Marquette? Oh,
Grayskull
It's a joke.
Castle.
It's a joke, AJ.
anyways, the message being Oliver DeRollo, get to Grayskull Keep. I am sending a paladin to protect you from devils. You need to get there with the two younger idiots now. And then I wait for his response.
How many words do I get again?
25.
25.
25.
The two have been more difficult for me to procure than I had originally assumed. We are still in the process of extracting them from the...
Can you send it
Mind flayers.
Hey, Vale, how are your knots? Can you help me tie him up? Can you help me?
Knots?
Yeah, help me tie Taharn up.
I cannot.
You,
Cannot not.
No, I
Who's there?
cannot. Yeah, I'll help.
Thank you so much for that right there. I needed that.
I can.
Cannot not.
You cannot. I cannot.
I
not.
cannot. You can't not. I cannot.
I've got another 2 messages ready to shoot.
So
My brain hurts.
Me and Xavier and Vale will tie Taharn up.
Tell him that the Chain of Oblivion is coming after him, please.
I am waiting for my turn.
I'm sorry.
That's what we're
Elena,
doing.
breathe into this bag.
Does that make it my turn?
Did you
Yes.
breathe it? Did you tell me to breathe it into the bag?
You're
Okay.
Elena.
I'll send another one to Oliver DeRollo.
It's a bag of holding.
Tell
it
me
doesn't
where you are.
To the north of the Umber Hills, beginning a scouting mission into Drasig's camp, it seems our brothers have been granted some form of special.
He's dead.
Benedictus, Paladin of Bahamut, and pain in my ass.
Bahamut.
Yeah, New
As
Age.
a player,
I
Lave
love,
doesn't give a shit about his god.
No, I
Back in the character.
just love how you pronounced it.
Bahamut.
I am asking you to go just north to the Umber Hills. Find Oliver DeRollo. Help him fight the devils.
Not devil. He's a chained oblivion, guys.
I still hate you, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I still hate you.
That sounded like Glaive.
I mean,
Why does that guy sound like me? This is weird. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Glaive, do you have Dispel Magic prepared?
And I walk up to Takarn.
He's doing
Takarn.
it. He's doing
Can I
this on
get
purpose. I love
Can
it.
I get my punch?
Well, wait
I
until.
wrap my hands around his throat and I start
What?
casting Dispel Magic very angrily.
Oh my god!
We are
So violent.
pissed off.
How long does that take to cast?
Takes one action.
I'm standing
And-
behind Taharn.
I
and-
want to
Somebody-
have my dagger of wounding and I'm
Alright.
right behind Glaive. I'm just
Does
saying.
somebody have Does somebody have the bag in their hand?
I have it.
Can you
Are
put
we
a
gonna
bag
put
of
it over
holding
his head?
in a
Please
bag of
describe.
holding?
Please
It- it
describe
would-
to me the
it-
bindings on Taharin.
If you put a bag of holding into a bag of holding, they both explode, and all the contents in both will throw into the Astral Sea. So no.
And it'll open a wormhole that'll suck everyone within 10 feet in.
Okay.
Yes.
okay,
Let's
okay.
go.
Let's not do that.
That was my bad idea.
Anyway,
Describe
please
the bindings.
intricately describe the bindings on Taharin.
I don't
Anyway.
know.
Well, Mackenzie's muted, but
He's having a
Uh,
conversation with somebody.
yeah. So, he's tied very well. I look, Knots didn't
Bind
come
his
up
hands
as much
in a
as
way
you'd
that he
expect
can't
in
use
Boy
his
Scouts.
fingers.
Elena, do you make that suggestion while they're tying him up?
Yes.
If she doesn't, Uldoris does.
Okay. So in that case, Vale, are you going to tie him up in such a way that he cannot use his fingers?
Ideally.
Okay. So.
And something over his mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
So, so as
Meow.
hi cheese. As we have him tied up, and Glaive is worryingly casting Dispel Magic on him. There
Do we have time for a short rest? Since we've been here.
I mean,
Yes. Yeah. It's been like 3 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, come on, let's get to this. I want to stab him.
Sure. I want to roll hit dice.
As Elena says that, you are not going to stab him.
Gonna stab.
I'm surprised she's letting me get away with what I'm doing.
Right.
You're going to get talked to later.
Ooh.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, but as he
Um,
is doing that, I will cast Telekinesis.
Okay.
And
On?
I can cast it. I gain the ability to move or manipulate creatures or objects by thought.
Okay.
When I cast a spell and as an action each round for the duration, which is concentration up to concentration up to 10 minutes. So I will just have that active, and will
Okay.
then Basically using it as a more advanced hold person in a sense.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So as Glaive chokes the spell out of Taharn, his mouth gagged, his fingers bound, you see this kind of like flash in Taharn's eyes as the intellect just seems to pop back in suddenly.
Can I punch him in the face?
Roll a hit.
Is it bad? I want to catch it.
Is it bad that I want to cast I want to use my telekinesis on her?
Go.
That seems excessive.
I have it for 10 minutes.
Roll
But it's
initiative.
Strength, right?
Yep.
No, she gets
Mackenzie,
one.
rolling.
I
Roll initiative.
I'm not actually doing that.
23.
She can have
23.
one.
Yeah, that'll hit. So as he's kind of mouthing,
This not the snoot.
Yes, you did deserve that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say yes, you did.
Can
Hello.
we attack him now?
Well, hold on. We few ground rules. First of all, we've got a sense of the idea of what's been going on here, and you're gonna help us.
Mhm.
And you're not gonna be casting any spells without our say so. That's a given.
Mhm.
Cool.
Or I'll punch you in the face again.
Cool.
Or slit your throat.
All right. I will ungag him.
Could you have used a much cleaner rag?
No.
It was yours. I mean,
I've been sitting here for how long has it been?
It's been a fucking month.
Oh, it's been a fucking month. Of course, it's been a month. Good to see all of you, though. It has been.
No.
Okay.
Not good.
it's not been long enough. Yes, we know.
Why do you mean? I've never done anything to you.
Oh.
Why are you here?
wish
Did you
we
get my
were
note?
there.
Did you get my note? Probably not.
Just-
I'm hiding. I had attempted to.
Obviously. But the
Well-
Chained Oblivion found you before we did.
The Chain Oblivion found the husk of me, yes, but he didn't know exactly what he had. He thought I had the spark hidden somewhere. He did not realize it would be on my person.
He realized.
You would have had to
He
give it
really
to him
didn't.
willingly.
Yes,
An idiot.
yes, this one gets it. See, there's this thing about the spark is if they get stolen, the deities can't just go and take them. It's kind of a safety measure so that they can't just give it, take it, give it, take it, give it, take it. It has to be given back by the followers.
First off, why did you betray your group? Like,
You want to know the truth?
yes.
Ideally.
The
Is
room
that
grows.
even a question?
The room
Hold on.
The room grows incredibly dark, and a sharp blade is pressed into his back.
Oh, shit, that's where I'm standing.
Yes. Where is my sister?
Well, that works too.
Currently, probably residing in the Umber Hills, with Drasig most likely watching as a bomb is slowly hollowed out from the ground beneath.
Great.
Should I answer the question that came before that one, or are you going to keep the knife in my back?
Both.
Continue.
Okay. The truth. Yes. Well, where to begin? You are aware of the all-knowing mistress?
I
The Raven
Yes.
Queen? Yes.
Ah, good. Oh, good. Well, she has been out of sorts for quite a while, and well, there's always been one who needs to chronicle great events. And those of us that still believe in her believe there should be someone there who understands is there to chronicle and make sure that events are recorded for history, and maybe sometimes give history a push in a different direction. For example, the spark which you had put in the Platinum Sanctuary, too safe, too out of the way. So I put it somewhere where it'd be a little more colorful to retrieve for the story.
So you stole the Divine Spark for a story.
It's going to look much better.
Why does that? Why should that even matter?
Because now you are the group who will have be in the history books, having grabbed Therazun's spark, had it snatched from underneath them, only to valiantly discover it hiding in some remote village and returned again.
I mean,
Yeah, no
We're not
thanks.
returning it.
I mean, I have to give it to him.
That was
That'd be an interesting raid.
There you go. See, I have made you legends, and
Yeah, again, no thanks.
Stupidest thing.
I'm quite happy with it. I think it will be a bestseller. Ayun would be so proud.
Give you that.
So
And
you-
I have helped you all from day one. I've helped you when back in even in Drina. I helped you.
Why are you helping us?
Like I said, I only serve the story. The only reason I am wanted for crimes is because I thought the story was going with the one of the light. It is very obvious she is Peach. But that being said, the story needs a traitor. The story needs someone who is on the bad guy's side and then will
Can I do
eventually.
an insight check of
Yeah,
him?
you sure
I
can.
was
Yes,
just
me
gonna do the same
too.
thing. Yeah.
Insight check.
23.
Insight check against the bard.
Oh god, inside check against the bard.
Can I use extort truth, please?
You may.
Ooh.
23.
23.
Tell the truth, bitch.
Glaive.
23.
All right. What do you need? What do you
I'm
need to
gonna-
do?
hit a few pressure points. I'm not doing damage.
Yeah.
I don't feel that needs to do damage.
Okay.
Is
Is there a save?
Yeah, there's a charisma save.
Oh shit.
I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, charisma save on the bard, right?
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, that saves.
Okay. Yeah. So all of you, he appears to be telling the truth. It's
Do we have
almost.
a bag of colding.
So, what is it? You said you are now taking the spark back to the Platinum Sanctuary. What do you plan to do with it?
Don't know. Don't believe that's any of your business.
Elena,
Sorry, what?
we're going to destroy it.
Ooh, that is much better for
How?
the story. How are you going to do this?
I don't know. Vale punched and destroyed a lich factory. Maybe
That's
start
very
there.
true.
That you don't get to
wish.
know.
Oh, but I want to tell the story. Promise you will tell me the story after.
See, that's the best part. You want the story,
Oh,
but you're not going to get the satisfying conclusion.
oh, you are that cruel.
I had to call somebody that killed me, or that resulted in my death, to protect her idiot brother,
Brothers.
who
Plural.
okay, I've only met the one and the child. The other two I don't know about.
It's fine.
But to protect her idiot brother that I do not like, I am very angry right now. And
Please
I
don't.
got to meet my old boss. Oh, I need to kill him.
Yeah, your old boss is the freaking chained oblivion.
I'm aware of that, Elena.
Okay, I'm making sure. I'm just making sure we're.
Are
on
we
the
really
same
having
page
this
here.
argument right now?
I know, I'm sorry. Look. We all need to make a decision. We either continue on where we're going and we get the item that we need, and we pull this person along with us, or we let him roam free because we can't leave him here in the hands of this village. You know what he'll do to them.
What I will do to them? What will I do to them? What can I do to them?
Well, we wanted to.
I could train them into a circus.
Smack.
Ow!
Triggers everybody at the same
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, I
right?
pushed the blade in a little.
Ow, ow, what
too
does
hard.
people have against circus? Hey!
No
All
theater.
right.
What you doing? Huh?
Xavier,
Well.
leave the cat alone. We're having a serious discussion here.
But he's so cute.
Meow.
Like, look at this little furry creature. Look at him.
Percy pokes his head up.
But
was
look
a good
at
time.
him. Okay, but
It's gonna bite you.
if we want, I have a teleportation circle in Vasselheim. We can either stay here tonight. I can teleport us there. Not tonight. We can try teleporting again tomorrow. Staying there. We turn him in.
Glaive, do you know if this item can destroy the spark?
It's our best chance. And if it can't, we need to get it to a different god.
I think
We
that's our
can't
best
let him
bet.
have his power. Sorry, what?
Now,
I think that's our best bet.
I have a question. Maybe Xavier might know this. Does the spark of a god just contain power from themselves, or can it be given to another god to restore their power?
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana.
Ooh,
Ooh, Arcana.
Should do religion.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, I'm gonna re-roll then.
No,
Since you said-
do Arcana. It's fine. It's kind of the same thing. Similar.
50.
32.
Um,
That low, huh?
So, in theory, you could potentially transfer power from one spark to another deity. They could probably draw some form of power from it. It wouldn't be anything that you would do besides just deliver it to them. But you don't know what kind of effect that spark could have on that deity. It would be like putting diesel gas in a moped.
Ooh.
You know, if it's an
makes-
evil god spark and a good god draws energy from it, it could
That-
potentially corrupt them.
That kills the engine. So let's not do that. Okay, just the
We've
thought.
also already returned the Raven Queen's spark to her.
I didn't say that we would give it to them as a battery.
To just destroy it then?
Destroy it or keep it far away.
Cats.
Fortunately, the only god or goddess that I've had any contact with is the Raven Queen, so.
Put those daggers away, mister.
Taharn,
Yes.
Want to go on an adventure where we kill you? What?
if we bring you with us, will you behave?
Most definitely. Do I get to write down what I see?
I mean, as long as it's not lewd.
Elena,
Does
You
it-
won't see.
Elena,
anything
did
blue.
you see what we found in his bag?
Literally everything.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, well, the last time anyone adopted a straggler, okay, in my family, they came back with lewd photos, okay? It was just not that comfortable, okay?
Look, Tyrion wasn't that bad.
That's Tyrion. Tyrion is great. I'm not talking about Tyrion.
Who are you?
She's referring to the centaur that they found in the Feywild. That ended up being a archfey, I think.
Yes. Knows my family history.
Out of character, it was a satyr. not a centaur. And I was talking about Doty's drawings.
Potato, potato.
Oh, Doties.
Yeah.
Did he draw loot drawing?
Nope.
Depends
Sort
who you ask.
Doty drew them in the bedroom, I think it was.
yeah.
Yeah, but not like lewd photos.
Well, I
Did you
mean,
hear-
Grog pose.
Did you hear Grog's pose?
I would be
Yeah,
lower.
that's not a giant and a halfling.
Stop. Okay, all right.
Literal
Anyway.
line. Literal
Right.
line. Sorry.
I've read those books.
Or are we bringing him, Glaive?
George.
Glaive just stares death at Taharn.
He looks innocently back at you.
Thank you.
Lena rolls her eyes.
Uldoris pulls the blade away from Taharn.
I'd rather
Yeah.
not.
The room grows a
Atreus,
little
I
less
will
dark.
Fucking gut you.
I'd rather not bring him with us.
Come on, it could be fun. I could
That's-
show you some fashion.
Yours tastes a little bit gaudy.
How dare you? You're right.
We need to keep an eye on him. Something in my
Agreed.
gut is saying that we need him here. That we need him with us, and I hate that.
But this story needs an ending. And I don't want you dragging it out any longer than it needs to.
What story? This story?
The metaphor.
Hey, he gets it. Or she gets it. You have broad shoulders.
I know.
Do you recognize that everybody in this room, barring Sapala, because she is a sweet cinnamon cupcake,
That must be protected.
will kill you the instant you do anything shady?
When have I ever done anything shady?
Ooh, wrong answer.
Literally the first moment I met you, you disguised yourself as Gilmore.
That wasn't the first time.
That was the first time.
What was the first time? What
The
was
first time you met me was in Drina.
It was in Drina.
Right.
And I told you a lot of interesting information about destiny. I can't point, my hands are tied, but I told you, he motions toward Oldores, a lot
Oh,
of
shit, his
interesting
hands are
information
free.
about destiny.
Destiny's what you make him in. We really think, are we bringing him?
You know, fine. How about this? You can have the full story as long as you stop interfering with it.
Interesting, passive observer, not unheard of.
God, you're worse than Scaling Short-hauled.
Deal. I shall observe and not interfere. Again.
Okay. Now we're gonna die, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, but you told me not to interfere."
That would
Hello.
make a very unsatisfying end, wouldn't it?
Always other heroes. Yours would just be a different footnote. The brave heroes that failed in their quest but left the rift open for other adventurers to come. There's always a good guy at the end.
I guess we're taking it with us.
Any objections?
What was that?
You'll-
Any objections?
I'm gonna trust Yildiris on this one.
What? You didn't say anything.
Really?
Not
why me?
Yildiris, sorry. I meant Glaive. I'm gonna trust Glaive on this one.
I mean, we don't look anything alike.
I'm sorry. That's a Peggy mistake.
They don't even sound alike.
Shut up! Stop it! Stop talking about it. Just
They're
ignore
really
it. And go on with your day. Okay, that was a Peggy mistake, not an Elena mistake.
It's all good. It's all good.
One of them has a tail.
Shut Ah!
I'm over it. Moving on.
I'm gonna trust Glaive on this one.
Okay.
We're going to keep you tied up for tonight. We're heading out in the morning.
And some anti-magical manacles would be.
Don't we have
An anti-magic
don't
monocle
we
would be
have
cool. too.
anti-magic manacles
Get
though?
him to wear it willingly.
No, it's like a beholder stare. You put it on, and you just look at somebody, but it's like a pinpoint stare. They have to be.
I like this idea.
That's don't give him any more ideas.
No, keep going. We could create a great item for this.
be almost like a single target.
Anti-magic field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
interesting. It'd be like a Eraserhead's power from My Hero Academia, sort of.
Do you have the spell anti-magic field?
No, unfortunately, I'm not quite there with my magical prowess yet.
I think I know where I can get the scroll for that. We might be
So-
able to create this item.
How much time do we need before
what?
we go?
Couple hours rest.
Just a good rest. Get my spell back.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
I need 8 hours to have all of my spells back. I used 5 spells.
Has anyone heard from Kayla?
No.
This next section starts with her.
Let me call her.
Sure. See if she's got an ETA.
All right. Well,
I can.
want to take a
Yep.
slight
Quick break
here?
while everyone takes a nap.
All right. We'll be back, everybody.
No,
Nom, nom.
sorry, we're having a snack break.
That
You
internet forever.
said you were ready.
You knew what you did.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
Cal did it on purpose. Okay.
no, you'll never prove that.
We know you pretty well, Cal.
This is also true.
You
But
know
the
it's
world will never
recorded,
know.
right?
It is. Anyway, so picking back up where we left off, the party has now finished a long rest. A
Break.
what?
I thought you were gonna say a snack break.
Yes.
I was like, hey, we did.
No, I'm still eating. The party
Like,
finished
can
a
I-
long rest, cramped up in this freezing cold cabin. Even with the hearth going, it's not great. There's a lot of cracks in this fisherman hut, and the sleeping quarters. While there is one bed and dirt floors, it's not cozy. You're all uncomfortably close to each other. Taharn does relinquish the bed.
Uncomfortably close to each other. We spent how many days in the tiny hut?
Yeah, right. Like,
I'd
what's
say-
over used to this?
I say the two halflings take the bed. It'll be like a full-size bed to them.
Mackenzie
Regardless,
did
not
that to
important.
himself.
Morning comes. Taharn is still there.
I made a good joke.
So, what are we doing?
Are we gonna teleport to? Are we going to attempt to teleport to the place again?
We're going to use the scry orb first.
Yeah.
Yes, need to join Glaive for that. Hopefully, this will go better this time.
Yeah, because it hurt the last time.
Oh, it hurt
So,
everybody.
Paula? Would you be kind enough?
That's right, that's what I was trying to find.
Glaive takes a very deep sigh and untie Taharn. Let's go, Xavier.
She does. And so you guys use your scribe ball, and easy enough. You see basically the same things you had seen before: the snow-capped mountain, the volcano with long dormant crags. So now I believe this would be considered seen casually.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? For fun, Mackenzie, I'll let you roll this time.
I want to roll it.
No.
Let
Yeah.
it roll it. Let it roll it. Good things
Absolutely
always
not.
happen.
Absolutely not.
What's happening?
George, you are a precious cinnamon bun who I would protect till my dying day.
Out of
But
curiosity, what's the success threshold?
54 to 100.
Yeah, 54 to 100 is on target, and there's one,
I don't wanna
1
watch this,
to
I'm too
about
nervous.
33% chance, which is 1 to 33, which will be mishap, but I will still be able to roll again to possibly hit on target. So a little bit less than 50%. $95.
Rolled better than I
Okay.
did.
Oh god, yes.
2 seconds.
I got a 34.
So on target.
Baby, please do this right this time.
Okay. So, without pain, this time you are all.
Without pain.
It's my new album. Buy it in stores now.
Lots of pain.
You shoo up into the air, teleporting, your body's weightless, falling, and appear in a blast of purple energy. You are standing in the early morning sunlight on the edge of a rocky-looking volcano. There's a light dusting of snow just drifting harmlessly down around you. It's almost very peaceful. And as your eyes adjust to the bright morning light, you see shapes in the snow, structures, what look to be buildings made of stone. And as your eyes adjust and the snow blindness kind of goes away and you're able to make out the shapes a little better, you can see these are not houses anymore. They would be considered at this point ruins. The stones long overturned, sign of some great struggle here. Walls completely caved in, doors what were once wooden now are only the iron hinges and fittings lay poking up oddly out of the snow. Um, welcome to Glave's hometown.
Well, that went good.
Not sure why I imagined it warmer.
Much easier. I don't either, Phil.
All I can picture in my head, out of character, is the scene from The Lion King. Talk about your fixer-upper, eh?
Ouch. Sorry, people
Welcome.
died.
Welcome to my home, everybody.
I like it.
Alright, so now where to?
Glancing off just past what used to be your home, Glade, you can see the rough hewn stones that were once your hearth, and just beyond an even older, for lack of a better term, gateway. Now crumbling, just the pillars remain that lead to a path that heads up the mountain. Would be the direction that you go.
We head up.
All right, lead the way.
Upward and onward, and gosh, my sinuses are clear right now.
Tahar,
Yes.
as you are here as an observer, you will not be able to take part in any of the challenges or trials. You will have to relinquish your weapons and casting. Otherwise, you will be challenged.
Oh. I will do. I do not carry a weapon. I can hand you my quill and my loot. I think you all took everything else. And for casting, I will do my best not to, unless something attacks me.
That is for the best.
That is for the best. Okay.
I
So,
be-
go ahead.
I take out my weapon and I begin leading the charge.
All right.
Uh,
Are you preparing
So-
for battle, Glaive?
always.
As you begin to walk forward,
Charge for.
you can see up along the mountain more structures that appear to be these ruins of this ancient herd, and you almost swear you feel like you're being watched as you progress up this rough mountainside. Hang on a moment. Muted myself just in time for that one.
Mhm.
So, moving on and onward, it's cold. Your fingers are going numb as you brace them against yourselves and try to keep warm as best you can. Veil lighting your hands to create some fire. Eventually, you see a stone table in the middle of a clearing. The snow brushed off of it, the trees cleared from this area. Just a table and 2 chairs.
I guess that's where the trial's being held.
And as you approach, a figure seems to materialize out of the snow, the corporeal shape kind of forming in the flurry itself. And you see before you a almost jovial looking Goliath. You've never seen one happy before, but this man has a almost pot belly, a big wide smile. He has no weapons on him whatsoever. Just stands there, hands on his hips, standing next to the table. And as you are standing there, he just gestures, big grin, toward the chair, open palm, gestures toward the seat, and has a seat himself.
Uldoris.
Yes.
It's you, boy.
First one is you.
Oh, we're going. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
right? Like, what?
Wow.
No pressure, I guess.
Ooh,
Cast guidance on Eldorus. Or,
You may. You're standing next to him.
all right. Here. Oh, cast guidance. Go get him.
Go get him, tiger. Punch him on the arm.
There a verbal component? Oh, there is. There you go.
I have no idea what just happened. I missed it.
The joy of Glaive.
struck his funny bone.
What?
I was expecting something with a little more oomph, but instead it was
Oh.
just, oh, yeah.
You
Adam,
should have known better than
Okay,
that.
I'm good.
No pressure, Eldorus. You've got this.
Hello.
I believe you
Um,
killed us.
I said hello.
and Uldaris will like kind of awkwardly lift a hand and wave.
You come see me.
And I hold my finger up like just a minute.
Oh, nice minute.
Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for this. Okay. And then he turns away from the rest of the group and
Would you like my owl?
no, I'm good. And he takes a deep breath and he slowly starts walking up towards the table and chair.
As you
I-
approach, he's got this big, wide, beaming grin. Sorry, you were gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, I the player cannot remember. Was it Fang?
Fang.
Okay, just I wanted to make sure that I remembered it before I
And as you get closer and go toward the table, you can just catch a glimpse of one of his teeth on the side. Appears to resemble a bit more of a fang in the canine than your typical humanoid.
Is it like what's the weather like? Just out of curiosity, I'm trying to in my head.
At the moment, it's kind of around you. You can see like gusts of snow cascading down over the mountain. It's not like it's actively snowing. More like the wind over this mountaintop is blowing. The snow drifts over. The clearing that you're in right now is clear for the most part. There's just a wide open kind of courtyard with just this table set up in the very middle of it.
Spaces,
I'm sorry.
wide open spaces.
Yes.
Yeah, so Uldaris is going to approach, and when he gets to the table and chair, he just kind of stands there very timidly, and keeps his eyes averted, but acknowledges the character in front of him. Kind of dips his head a little bit, and hello.
It's good to see you. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so check out our non-existent merch and our non-existent merch shop. It's really great. It's free.
It is very good to see you. Come, sit at my table.
Did he say sit on the table?
Sit at my table. Sit, push up the chair. Sit at the table.
I'm getting work
Oh, wow.
flashbacks.
We do.
Big
I
summer
love it.
blowout?
Right?
Oh. Sit at the table. Come.
Okay, and I'll pull a chair out, and is he already sitting?
Already sitting, yeah.
Okay, I will.
And as you sit down, two goblets appear on the table in front of you. So we have met here as enemies. Yeah, you are my enemy, and I am your enemy. Your goal is to make it through me, and my goal is to stop you.
Okay.
But first, what I would like to propose for you is a toast. I have presented to you 2 drinks here. The one in front of you is a glass of wine, and the glass in front of me is a glass of poison.
Oh my god.
We will drink, and then we shall
Are you thinking what I'm thinking,
Go.
George?
So wait, I didn't catch the very last bit of what he said. I got the one in front of Uldoris is poison. The one in front of Fang is
999, the other way around. The one in front of you is normal. The one in front of me is poison. Then afterward, we can commence negotiation.
um,
The question for you, am I telling you the truth? Is the one in front of you the one of poison? And did I give myself the non-poisoned one?
I have no way of knowing.
Then I suppose you need to get to know me.
Okay. And I'm trying to think of what I should do. Uldoris will smile and reach his hand across the table and go, I am Uldoris.
Ah, wunderbar. I am Fang. It is nice to meet you. He begins to shake your hand exuberantly. I work as advisor and mostly in charge of negotiations with the herd. They send me out to do the talks with other nations and other people in need of aid and things like that.
This feels like a really weird interview. I am a friend of Clave.
Oh, it is always good to meet a friend of Cliff. Hello, Cliff.
Oh, Fang.
We're all just standing back awkwardly watching this.
Yeah.
Like, is this what's supposed to happen?
I don't know.
We're not there yet.
So what would you like to know about me?
Well, I mean, I guess my first question would have been the origin of your name, but I'm guessing that's a given name or a taken name. I don't mean to be rude.
No need. I was named after this, my tooth, if you cannot see it. Yeah, it looks like a fang.
I guess that much.
I also have a proclivity for daggers.
I love him already.
That is like
That's a mood.
terrifying. Strange thing. I don't know if you see her over there, and I like point behind me, and I point at Elena. She is all about daggers. It's like
Oh.
an obsession.
Hi, Faye.
So you have friends with proclivity for sharp objects.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I'm being so rude. We should do this in the back and forth. So you will go, then I will go, then you will go, and so on, until eventually we have a drink as friends. So my question would be, have you ever taken another person's life?
And there's like an audible, heavy sigh. Unfortunately, yes. I believe I have.
Good. You've answered my question. What is yours?
I'm like genuinely trying to think of what to ask right now.
Don't be shy. Feel free to ask me anything. I will answer as truthfully as I can.
What do you like the most about what you do?
What I like most about what I do is that I get to see people in their truest sense. When you are negotiating, you get to see what a person is willing to stoop to in order to get what they want. For example, an honest person will not lie in order to get what they want. They may exuberate the truth. They may make themselves seem better, but they will not lie. However, a dishonest person will do anything that they can to get what they want. And that tells you what kind of persons they are.
Looks at Tahar pointedly.
So in a sense, when you are negotiating, you are finding out the truest part of a person. My turn again. Let me see here. Such hard questions. Are you the kind of person that would willingly poison yourself if you knew it would spare another person's life?
That is a hard question. I think I would like to believe that I would. I think part of me, I'm scared at the idea of having to do that. But I would hope I would. Part of me almost wonders if it would depend on who the other person was.
That is a very good answer. I ask hard question. You give me hard answer. I love it. All right, let's make this interesting. This will be your last question.
My last question for you.
Yeah. Last question for me. And then we drink.
What if I want to ask more questions? That didn't count.
That is funny. That would not be the rules of the game, though. And you must follow the rules of the game.
Okay. Oh, I have a lot of questions I want to ask. Now, refresh my memory. He said that if I drink the poison, I fail.
I mean, you might be dead.
I feel like I'm missing something.
So there's two glasses on the table. He put one in front of you and said that it is not poison. He put one in front of himself and said that it is poison, and you're both going to drink. Your goal is to find out, is he the kind of person that would lie to you and tell you that yours is clean when it's actually poison and leave himself clean? Or is he the kind of person that would poison himself and leave yours clean, hoping that you might go for his goblet?
This is really tough. Did
You cut out there.
did he say I'd be able to choose which goblet?
Yes, I
Oh.
may not have been clear, but yes, you may choose which goblet you pick from.
You built up an immunity to iocane powder, right?
I do have I have poison immunity from the trial. The other trial.
Well,
So many
trials.
trials.
I don't know if this is going to be the same thing. I don't know what to ask. I, the player, am trying to be calculated and trap him, but that's not what this is calling for.
Follow your heart, Eudorus.
Did he call me by my name before I introduced myself?
No, I don't think he did. All he said was, "Oh, hello, sit down." It is getting cold out here.
It is cold. You seem to be a very happy person.
When you've seen the darkest things in life, it is best to meet them with some brightness.
And you, I'm assuming, have done this before?
I have, yeah.
I don't know what to ask.
You could always choose not to drink and then just attack me. That is the other way to pass this test, if you defeat me in combat.
I don't want to fight you.
Danke. And I don't want to fight you. I want to have drinks like civilized men.
Would you ever lie to me?
I believe that there is honor amongst enemies, and that you should always meet your opponent at face value. If I am not being true to you, then I am not being true to myself. But that's it. That's all the questions we have. Which goblet would you like to drink? The one I placed in front of you, or would you like to drink from mine?
mean, I'm kind of thirsty. What if I wanted to drink both of them? I know you can't answer any more questions.
I'll give you that one for free, but then I wouldn't have a drink, and that would be rude.
But then you wouldn't drink any poison.
That is possible, but then you would die.
Maybe. But I like you. And I wouldn't like to see you hurt.
Is that your choice?
I am going to trust you. And he will pick up the goblet that is directly in front of himself.
As you reach for it, he reaches and picks up the goblet in front of him, and you both kind of raise them at the same time. You toast it in the air. To your health.
As I'm holding it,
Mhm.
and I'm looking into the cup, can I make any sort of observation of its...
Make a survival check.
Ugh. Ooh. Survival. 15.
Okay. It appears to be a glass of red wine. You can't see or smell or tell if there's anything altered about it. It is very fragrant. As you bring it up closer to you, you can already catch the whiff of the berries that were used to create the wine. And Fang sits across from you, waiting to drink at the same time as you do.
And he will take the drink.
You both take your drink. Your head back, drain the entire cup. It's delicious, by the way. As you finish, he takes the cup and plops it down on the table. Very good. You passed the test.
And you're...
Are Elena and Vale just looking at each other very confused as they applaud?
To sit and drink with your enemy and trust them. That shows that not only are you a good negotiator, you are a good listener. And by the way, there was never any poison.
That thought crossed my mind.
There was no poison. Whichever cup you picked would have been the right one. If you had chosen mine, that would have proved that you were a negotiator who was willing to skirt the edges. But sometimes that is necessary. Like the lie I told you when I said there was poison in the cup.
So does everyone pass the test?
Everyone passes mine. No, 999. No, you have passed my test. Everyone else will have their own individual test with their own individual members of the tribe. Which reminds me, can you extend your hand?
Does it matter which one?
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Glaive. Have you given him the ring?
He does have the ring.
Present me the ring.
Use a stamp so you can get back in.
I mean, am I going to get branded? No answer. That's great.
Oh, were you asking him that?
No, I was between you and AJ. But I don't.
We're not answering that question.
No.
Welcome to the herd.
Okay. He will reach out. He's got the ring on his left hand. He'll reach out his left hand.
As you put out your left hand, he clasps it like he's shaking your hand. And as he pulls away, there's almost like a faint blue light emanating from the ring. And as you glance down at it, these runes appear in what appears to kind of looks familiar to like giant speech. The writing etched themselves around the ring. AJ and I are still looking at this here. Hold on, let me pull it back up. I had it in front of me, and now it is gone. So now your this ring gives you a +2 to your attack and damage rolls with your packed weapon, or with any weapon, but with your weapon. And you do 2d6 necrotic damage.
In addition,
In addition,
Wow.
and are you writing that down, by the way?
I'm scribbling this down. Yes.
Yep. Let me know when you're to the and.
And
There are 4 charges on the ring. For 1 charge, you can cast Detect Magic. For 1 charge, you can cast Detect Evil and Good. And for 2 charges, you can cast Detect Thoughts. And
Ooh.
at midnight, it regains 1d4 expended charges.
Wow.
At midnight.
Wow.
is this satisfactory to your needs?
that's pretty cool, man.
Yes. 1 out of 6.
My time is up. It was nice to meet you all. Glaive, I like your new family.
Thank you, Fang.
I'm just awkwardly standing around because there weren't enough chairs.
And as Glaive says thank you, Fang kind of bows his head, and the snow just, and he completely
so
vanishes.
I was gonna say it's outside, right? We're all just standing here in the snow.
It's like when your mom goes to an appointment with somebody and there's not another chair for you to sit, so you stand behind her like.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Ah.
Knew it.
We want to turn on a ride.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry. I've been working 7 hours.
What another?
It was on the spot. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
To be fair, Kayla was supposed to go first, but she's not here.
So
We want another.
All right. Well,
now I want to know what would have happened if I had attacked him.
You would have fought.
Oh God.
all
It,
right.
it would have been a fight.
We'll
Every
see you
every
all
challenge
next
on
week.
here is either you use your mind or you can just brawn your way through it, and you'll fight the person.
Well, we'll
Yep.
see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.